Of course, the Spice Driver, my host, CEO Charles Otieno, and of course, the real solo. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you a bit earlier on that we're going to have a guest in the studio, and the gentleman, a good friend of mine, has just popped in. So, Lo, do the honors.
It's a time, and it's a Friday. The music, of course, is popping.
Yeah.
You know, after this, sometimes I say...
We step out.
We step out. Yeah? and the gentleman I'm about to introduce was a stepper. He was a stepper.
Hot stepper.
So, of course, in many business circles, in many NGOs, in many activism, we call him Mr. President.
Yeah.
But he is the National Community-Based Organization Council President for the longest time that I've known him. Mr. Tom Aosa.
Yes. Correct.
Mr. President.
Yeah.
The man, the myth,
yes,
the legend.
He's here with us. Let me tell you, a gentleman who I know all his shirts, all his clothes bear those initials. Mr. President. Has it ever gotten you in trouble?
I think I have a photo with Ruto.
Yes.
When he was the deputy president.
Yes.
That's what he asked me now, you're the president.
Yeah.
The deputy.
Yeah.
I tried before he became the president. so he has never put me in any problem, in any shit.
Yes.
And I've ever met with Uhuru. We did an advert together. Security Starts With You in 2013.
Yes.
And he was part of the advert. When he came in, it was early in the morning.
Yeah.
He said, guys, introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Mr. President, you wait. This one, I know him.
Yeah.
Introduce your two friends. So that's never put me in any problem.
Okay.
Yes.
So do they know you from the CBO or from your days of activism?
No, I think like Uhuru knows me from CBO.
CBO.
Because we met with Uhuru one-on-one when there's a not very good incident when KTN was attacked by some
Artur
criminals.
Artur brothers.
Yes, that day we had prayers at KICC, and he was the official opposition leader. So people wanted him to comment. He said, "My brother, just take me out of here. I don't want to comment." So he left it for Michuki to comment. That's the time we had one-on-one.
Yes.
And we had many other engagements after that.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. So today I think we're going to talk on matters of governance and of course politics. But before we get into that, tell us your journey in CBOs, how it's been, what is happening currently. Is it favorable with the government?
Well, you know, I do oversight of the system. Being a CBO leader, our engagement mostly is about what the government is doing, not what is doing right. That one, they have their own people to say that we have done 1, 2, 3. We check on what they have not done well. So I can say that every system, even if maybe you and Charles became the president tomorrow, I'll be on the other side. That is my work. I cannot support or try to campaign for the government in power. Our work is to do
oversight
check and balances of what we are doing. So we have done that for, I've been in the chair of the president for quite a while.
Quite a long time.
And I think this is the most difficult time because even the space is not so free for us to do the oversight that we would want. Because most people are fearing their own lives, are fearing if they say this, this will happen to them, their businesses will come down. Many things will happen that they don't want to engage themselves into. But then, as the president, I've never feared. I always speak what is right and represent my people the way they're supposed to be represented. Yes.
Okay, we will not say that you have ever been abducted, but I know you have gotten some close shaves because of your activism. Maybe what even has helped you able to escape some of those traps is because you are a former soldier, right?
That I don't know. That one I don't know.
So
what assisted me
So is that what made you slow down from activism?
Yes, because after 2007 elections, much happened, and most of my colleagues Some of them disappeared. Some of them lost everything they had, and the space for NGO activism kindly, like in some way, it was oppressed. So, and then, I also am a human being. And when the system is completely against something, you must change tack. I've not shied away from anything.
Yes.
I've changed the way we do things. It's not the way I used to do during Kibaki. Kibaki was a gentleman. Then came these two gentlemen who, for when they started, they were sharing power, kind of.
They were wearing same ties, wearing same shirts, rolling down their sleeves.
Same games. Those ones, when they came in power, a bit.
They were called the dynamic duo then.
Those dynamics. So when they came into power, we slowed down. We changed we changed ways of doing things. Things are happening. Sometimes you don't see us there, but nothing has stopped from happening.
And people have always been confused now that you have mentioned about NGOs.
Yes.
And so what people always confuse CBOs to be an NGO, and what is the difference between a CBO and an NGO?
An NGO,
what's a community-based organization?
An NGO is a non-governmental organization.
Yeah.
CBO is a non-governmental organization, so that is community-based. It's within the community. We have about 5,000 NGOs in Kenya registered, and we have about 6,000 CBOs. That includes CBO, self-help group, youth group, women group,
small groups.
faith-based organizations. There are so many, but small units. So those are the CBOs we're talking about. NGOs are on another level. NGOs are like, how can I put it? Okay, they're just non-governmental organizations, but on a different level. Yes.
Most of the NGOs basically fund CBOs.
Yes. They don't fund us. What they do is they use CBOs to implement their programs.
Yes.
If, for instance, an NGO has a project in Garissa, for example, where my friend Ndwale comes from.
Ndwale, yes.
If they were doing water project in Garissa, so they do not have the touch on the ground. What they do is they find a CBO, self-help group, women group that are doing the same, and then they use them to implement. Yes.
So you've told us your journey and about activism and all that. My question to you, Tom, is if you look at the governments you've been engaging with,
yes,
the current government did what we call as regressed a lot on funding of NGOs. Do you get funding as people used to because the government wants you to be more taxed and all that?
Well, after the 2007 elections, after people went, some of the officials went to ICC, then the same group formed government after. So they deemed like NGOs are the problems. They're the ones who are giving information, mobilizing witnesses and that such stuff. So from that time, they've put so many restrictions on funding, which are on to I write here. That became a problem because now where funding goes through checks that the government has powers to stop. So it has been very difficult for us to get funding, extremely difficult. But for me, as the head of CBOs, we know how we do our things. We work without funding, and when we have funding, we work more. Yes.
How do you work without funding?
Well, because CBOs are people who come together for a common interest within the community. For instance, in a small village, women decide, because this village is lacking funding and financial support, means financial muscles. They say let's come together and buy ourselves. Each of us going around like every month, we buy each of us utensils, so we pay school fees, so we buy uniforms. Actually, within all the NGO circle, it's only CBOs that works without, even when they don't have funding. Small that they can raise by themselves. For instance, when HIV and AIDS was a serious issue, even now it is, but the media and the government has decided that there's no advert, nothing advertises about how people should behave towards the pandemic of HIV and AIDS. All the home caregivers who could do that for free was CBO, self-help, women. Those groups, they could take care of their neighbors, feed them, wash them, put them in a certain group of getting medication, the correct medication for them. Those who are sick, because we have groups that actually are the entire group is HIV positive groups. So when they go correct medication, they also get medication for their friend who's bedridden. So it's only that kind of setup, those units that work without looking back at where is the money, funding. They do not look for that. They are community based. Like it's an organization facing problems the same way the brother and sister neighbor faces. So they do not wait for funding. But when funding comes, then they open up and do more. Yes.
I think the NGOs and CBOs do a very great deal to Kenyans.
Yes.
And if you look at the way we are going, 2027 is on the cards. And there's a lot of political activism going on. How do you focus the near future, 2027 elections?
Well, 2027 is a challenge.
Yeah.
Because number one, the current regime that we have, whether they want free and fair, we will still have a problem. And if we got into a situation where we're getting into Iran, we still have a problem. So what I'm trying, how we are trying to look at it as a community, like CBO is a community, people come together as a community and form one unit of a community, is that we must be very careful on how to engage 2027. It's a very unique, I think, we can compare 2027 to 207. But 207 is Christmas for 2027. The way we have engaged this government, the way there are so many repercussions on what they're doing, and the way the Gen Zs have come up, seeing things we could not see when they were not active. We cannot predict exactly how things will happen in 2027. But all the same, Kenya is a peaceful country. We'll vote, and we expect that nobody will steal votes from anywhere. And I could expect going forward, if our constitution can be changed, we have like the governors, we have 50+1 formula. So that, if you go to some places in Garissa, this is not the northern frontier. They have that formula of they call all the aspirants and tell them your community is now the current governor. So come 2027, your community, you must not fire. You must leave this space for this other community. That's not democracy that we Kenya practice. So let everybody come on board. In fact, I even suggest that these presidential aspirants from anybody, even Sivuna, if he wants to come, my good friend, it's okay. Let people come. Let all of them five or six. At the end, nobody will get 50+1. We'll now go for Iran, where there will be 50+1 from people who are not in the government and 50+1 from the system. Then we get the best from there. But stopping people or having a small gathering and advising others don't fight, that's not democracy. Democracy is freedom to fight, freedom to speak, freedom to act within the constitution. That's now freedom. But this of people coming together from Nyarivari and saying, your family had this member of parliament, and then this one came.
Clanism.
Yes, that must stop. Let's have freedom, democracy, that every one of us can fight. And when we don't get the best, then we have Iran.
So in your view, you think that the election must be conducted in a better way?
Okay, this is constitutional. We cannot do anything out of this order for now. But if I had to suggest, I feel like if mostly the governor aspirants, if we can have 1+1, because if you don't do that, you find out that governors from all the county governments, they come from the majority clan. Because they have more votes.
And more numbers.
So that is not giving space to other people. If now, for instance, you go to, say, Kisii County, we have so many clans. But there are those ones known to have numbers.
I know.
You have to negotiate with them.
Otherwise, you can't.
You cannot. And then when you negotiate, you're told you can be number 2, you can be a running mate. So
even if you have the best policy,
democracy.
Yeah.
And I think the way GNC see things is different from us. They don't see. In fact, they don't even know there's a clan. They don't find tribal an issue. Now now there's a Kisii and there's a clan within the Kisii community. That is too much. So I think the best way to do is let us have freedom. Let there be a law that will guide aspirants to come from anywhere they want. Of course, that law is there. But then if we put it like 50 plus 1, if you don't have, like the presidential vote, if you don't have 50 plus 1,
you do a rerun.
We get the best 2. They do a rerun. That will give all the clans
an opportunity
and space to run for elections. And then if you don't get it, we get the best 2. A rerun will be done and the best will win. It does not mean the best is a good thief. It means democratically a thief who was loved by the people has won.
Very interesting. I think one more question before we go to a break.
I think you have mentioned something about referendum and change of constitution. What exactly do you mean?
What I mean is, this constitution, we were part of it, by the way. National Council of CBOs is the only organization that awarded the Committee of Experts in 2010. And before we got there, we were part of distributing those constitution, those books that we're using to do civic education. We were on the top. Actually, we went to most radio stations, TV stations, and everywhere in the media to make sure that Kenyans understand what is in that constitution. We are not biased. We did not choose for them. Now, this constitution was the best for us. But every constitution must be amended. There's some gaps that we feel that it must be amended. You know, when we were passing this constitution, we said, this one, like for a portion, this one, we will come back to it, to read it and do something about it. Time has come. It's now more than 10 years since we passed the constitution. There are many things. The Kenyans have come up, young people have come up, the youth now, the Gen Z, they have different ideas. It's good to come together again and do some amendment through referendum. We cannot leave amendment to Parliament. Why? When you say the Parliament is doing, how do you call this? Public participation. It is Parliament that actually does the public participation. The people will go and discuss the same issues they were doing public participation for, is the same Parliament. So we must have another institution that is
an addition,
not part of Parliament, that can do public participation. Then we give it to Parliament with an opinion from the public that can now shape the constitution that we want to amend. Because Parliament is controlled. I mean, if they are told, go and do this, the person who takes notes is the person who decides the direction of the shaping of the direction we'll take.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. I think that one brings us to the end of this conversation because we are almost going to news.
We're going for news.
Beautiful conversation. We'll still talk about that. We'll talk about Gen Zs. We'll talk about that referendum and some of the things that you think might need to be changed. But DJ Who's Who is
on the one and two.
Oh, yeah.
section. And of course, we are with none other but Tom Awosa, the president of National NGOs Council. Tom was telling us very interesting conversations. So low, we left it at...
We were talking about the referendum and change of constitution.
Yeah.
And of course, he's made a very good observation and contribution here, saying that, it's taken some time since we promulgated the constitution. And now with even Gen Zs who are no longer kids, also feel like some of their decisions need to be included. But these two questions are two issues that maybe Mr. Awosa, you might help us with. Number one, referendum, very, very expensive affair. And of course, some of the issues that were arising was change of constitution and basically touching on, these were almost like rumors or hearsay, or just a mention that presidential term limit could be scrapped. It could be changed. It could be altered. Will that cause a big issue? Because they were saying now that the presidential term could be extended to 7 years.
Well, that is an ESA, and it's not anywhere practically possible, because as much as the old guard could want to retain power, the GNC that we have behind us are very aggressive. It's not possible for anybody to imagine in Kenya that he can change the constitution because he has the numbers to have lifetime as a president.
But we have been seeing it happening in other African
move closer to your mic a bit.
Yeah. But there's some countries that are already having conversations about it.
Those are some countries,
like
not
DRC.
Kenya is different. Kenya, the activism of youth is completely on another level. So it's not possible for Kenyan to Kenyan youth to allow what does not sound good for them to happen now. So the dreams of anyone continue being the president forever is valid, because even if you think like wewe ndio kabisa, the Kenyan youth, the future is for them. They already have votes, and even if you don't do free, fair, and verifiable elections, they will still go to the street and make it impossible for you to rule.
So that's like the thing that we saw in Tanzania.
No, what you saw in Kenya, 2 or 4.
Yes,
Tanzania, that was a half of Kenya.
Yeah,
Kenya went to parliament and you know what happened. So what I'm saying is, whoever is seated in this position today knows exactly what Kenyans can do.
Okay. So Tom, what's your plan for, because you work with the Gen Zs, you work with people, and you're saying about the referendum, we said it cannot be there. You're saying that alternation of the presidential term, that one is here nor there. How do you see these Gen Zs moving forward?
Moving forward, they will... the GNCs already set their ways, how they want to do things. And they will try as much to make sure that the current government listens to them. Kenyan youth are not criminals. What they're fighting for is the space, political space, and otherwise, so that they are listened to and represented in every forum that a government sits to make decisions.
Many of them were maimed, hurt, killed. Did any NGOs were you concerned with, did they stand in the gap for them? Have you seen the ones which were missing? Are the names out there? What is the future? Because already Finance Bill 2026-27 is just about the corner, and I was talking about it earlier on the show.
Well, NGO means a non-governmental set-up organizations. Most NGOs support what the youth, the GNCs are doing. And not that NGOs hate their governments. They want the government to do the right thing. But when the government fails to do the right thing, then now the street protests start, led by GNCs, with clear points, what we want changed. Where do we feel that we are not being represented? Simple. So this government must know, number one, state parastatals and other state jobs that are given by the government. Consider these people. When you go for instance, you want to do participation in community, public participation for something. Make sure the people leading that participation, there's a GNC, one or two, at least not more, not less than 30%, representing the same. That is not coming. The government want to give us members of parliament. If they want to change the constitution, we want to remove someone from power. For instance, they removed the former deputy president. The people who are doing public participation is parliament. When the end of the exercise, this document is taken to parliament. Who passes or denies Kenyans from what is happening? Who? Parliamentarians. So how then are we sure that all the points that were given in these formations gets to parliament and actually be considered before the decision is made?
But the government would say that they have appointed a few Gen Zs. What a minister is a Gen Z?
What I want to mean is this. Who heads these institutions? And actually, I've been in many public participation formations. Who takes the notes? And then, is there a way or an opening for people who gave their opinions and they're not covered? Is there an opening where they can come and say, this was what I said, and it wasn't covered in this public opinion?
There's nowhere.
Do you know one? Nowhere. Yeah.
So, if you say there's nowhere,
yes.
Now the finance bill 2026-27, they have asked for
public participation.
Yes, in various centers.
Yes.
The list was actually announced yesterday, and the question
Which
is
list?
Of areas where they will be.
Yes.
There were like in Siaya, there was one in Kisumu, there's one in Isiolo, Garissa, there's Kilifi. There are around 20 areas. Yes. I think I checked. These petitions, when you look at them, do they put them into consideration of tax regime which is coming?
Public participation means you're going to discuss what is in that.
Yes. And
my concern is just simple. You say, Kisumu, we have this from this date to this date. The economy in Kenya is very bad. Who facilitates people who have good ideas to come to that forum? And who verifies that the people in the forum are not people brought by the government?
No one is there to verify.
Yes. So if this system was good enough, they could say, now you NGOs, I know you are these people who always don't agree with us.
Yes.
Have one person as an oversight.
Yeah.
Attend this event. Verify the people coming in. Have you ever attended any public participation in your life?
I went once.
That was concerning you.
Yes. I went once, but I wanted them to put something on creative economy and all this because
did it come up?
It came up, but they never implemented it.
Yes. Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Having it covered and implementation, those are two different things.
Yeah.
Anyway, Kisumu, for instance, they're coming for a public participation in Nakuru. Nakuru has many sub-counties, from Naivasha to many other places, Molo,
Gilgil,
Kerenget, Gilgil. Yani, they're many far and away. How many Kenyans can, say, let's spend
1,000 bob?
1,000 is too much. 500 shillings to go to this event, give my views, and come back. Kenyans think government can steal. They don't see it as it's their money they are stealing. It's the government money. So what I think is public participation must be put separate from government, from parliament and government, completely separate. We have another entity that does public participation and give it back to parliament. Parliament passes it or denies to pass it, but don't have parliament involved in public participation. That is cooking your own cake and eating it.
And still on that one, so the first anniversary of the finance bill and the demonstration, June 25th, and we are having the finance bill public participation and enactment being June 30th. What do you foresee? Do we foresee another street marching by the Gen Zs?
What will do? We will stop them from protesting because they lost their own ones. Some of them are still missing. Some of them have still our nursing wounds back in the villages. These Gen Zs are still hurting. And I don't think having police presence in major towns will help. And I think it's important that we have a national intergenerational dialogue. And I suggest in the parliament, in State House. Why? State House is a state house, state home. They have a very huge budget. They can manage to call the aspirants and give them 10,000 each, 5,000 people at one sitting. Why not host 3,000 capacity of intergenerational dialogue, where all generations are presented, so that we listen to these young people. You know, when immediately after 2024 GNC protest, this system came up with an opinion that we give our names, organizations, business community, industrial people, everybody included within the ages. And that did not happen. Instead, the president decided to have X interaction with the youth. That was between him and GNC, not him, GNC, and other interested parties. So it locked out many other people. So I think the best thing is, if we have to have an intergenerational discussion and forum, that these people tell us that when you don't see me home, I'm with Mama Nani and Nani, because that's what's happening now. Or I am with my gay friend, for instance. Let's open up. Let's listen to these people and understand what exactly is in their minds, so that we can now come down to their level and come up with a formula that works for us and for them. As we stand now, there are a few people who can stand up, like our neighbor Samia has Suluhu and Ruto telling Suluhu that in Kenya kuna watu wanaiba ID wanatumia kwa crime. Ruto controls this government. Samia controls Tanzania. In Tanzania, we have about 67 million citizens, the population of Tanzania, if I'm not wrong. Is about actually 72 million Tanzanians. Out of that is 80% of that vijana wadogo between 35 and 0. So are those 80% all of them criminals? Is that how you should run a country? Because this is a generation that we understand our time has come. Tutaondoka, tutawachana nyuma. A good leader and brings up someone to come, amkuja amchukue, achukue mali amewachia ndio aendelee, sio? So that's not the case that is happening in Tanzania. And when my president, who I respect a lot, nampenda na mheshimu kama president, alisema Wakenya tunatumia ID kufanya criminals. Let me ask you good people, between the system that uses dead people to vote for themselves and the citizens of Kenya who rarely use the IDs of others, maybe to register an MP, M-Pesa thing or something, or an account, which the current government that we have given budget, like if you see the current budget now for police and internal security is over 230 billion Kenya shillings, the one that they are proposing. So are we supposed to go and do the work of police? Police to do their work. They have the budget. And apart from that, we also have a budget for NSIS and many other institutions that support the government to operate. I don't think it's a good thing for any president to go to another country and tell these people that Kenyans they're corrupt people. They can use ideas to make ways and do funny things. You're the president. I mean, if you
control it,
do what is right for you, because history will judge you.
Yeah. How do you rate the police and community security networks? Is there any relationship? Because now you're the president of the Community-Based Organizations Council.
I can say that the police are good people. The problem is that now the independence of the police is being manipulated by the executive. That is the problem we have. You find that now, I mean, like the PS for internal security is not supposed to command the police or give them any instruction. Police is an independent institution. But I don't know whether because these people think they can be fired, which is possible. And I heard the president say the other day, he did not know that many Kenyans were following what happened with Kinoti. He resigned. But another day, Ruto just said, that's why nilituma wale watu nyumbani kina Kinoti. Meaning, that resignation was not actually genuine. He fired them. He fired Kinoti. He fired the IG of police and many other people within the police. They did not resign. But what the public was told that day, I've received a letter of resignation from head of investigation. And if you listen to this one particular person who was the former deputy president, actually I heard him say, when you sign a contract with the government as a PS or even the current deputy president, there's another letter you sign for resignation that is not dated. So the day the president will sign, he will decide that this guy is going home. He puts the date and say, I have received a letter from one Mr. Kindiki. He standards his
So, Mr. How do you rate the current regime? Has it opened space? Has it reduced space where you guys operate? What is your judgment?
I think Mr. Ruto is one of the president who lives in a space where people advise him and tell him we have opened space, sir, and we are doing well.
But in reality,
on the ground.
Kwa ground?
This is vitu tofauti. It's being lied to.
Yeah.
I mean, in all aspects, you look at it.
Yes.
Look at the way he's handling opposition. Look at the way he's advising people to remove Sifuna from ODM. Look at the way he removed the deputy president from power. And let me tell you, this deputy president might come back. Not because he wants him back, but it's for his own advantage. If today the former deputy president made his way back through the case in court, it is an order from the court that this is the deputy president.
Yes.
So you will give him all the instruments of power as the deputy president. And I think he's wise enough to think like that. Then now you talk to him and tell him, be my deputy in the running mate in the next election. So I get votes from
that region,
Mount Kenya. And if that person, if Rigiji listens to him, it's likely to give him a few of the votes. But Kenyans are tired of this system. Whether they choose me to be the deputy president, still they'll be tired of him. Whether they choose anybody to be the deputy president, he can actually choose his village mate to be the deputy president. It's not going to work for him. and they cannot steal votes. This is not those days they used to steal and get away with it. It's not now. Actually, I think most Kenyans will be State House after they count the votes in their own network and find that the president's vote has gone to X. They'll be waiting from State House. They can't go to Bomas of Kenya, which is struggling to build. They'll go to Bomas of Kenya, to State House and tell him, now we're waiting. Any cook-up that happens in Bomas of Kenya, that's its own problem.
Yeah,
you cannot kill 5 million or 3 million Kenyans who are waiting in State House. Actually, you might find all his belongings out. They're waiting for the new president. Because before, I've been all these times for the last 4 elections, I've been part of the chief observer in the side of the NGOs, Kenya NGOs, local NGOs. Many things happen which I can't be able to talk about here. But this time around, before even they announce the winner, Kenyans have numbers. They can do maths and see who's ahead of who. When they realize that it's not the one who's ahead, they will go to State House and wait for him to announce whatever he wants to announce from Bomas. But again, if I was Huruto today, I could say, in fact, whether he wins genuinely
or not,
Kenyans don't want him. Why don't you go home and wait for another maybe 5 years, come back and try? It's not going to work for him now. It's difficult. Even the village mates don't want him.
Why is that's a very sweeping statement?
Yes. Yes.
That's sweeping.
I heard the other day from his own backyard, I think last weekend.
Yeah.
The former deputy president visited some of, I won't mention places, but he went to a tour. He's doing a tour there, and then he went to Kisii. He said Arambe. Then they said one term. Even him, he didn't believe it because it's his backyard where he comes from. And even himself last week, he said Arambe somewhere, and people said one term. And it's the president saying, and he didn't expect it to come from the people. What I'm saying is, he's aware of the same. This is not news to Mr. Ruto. He knows what I'm talking about. He's not wanted anywhere as a president. He's a good man. He knows how to maneuver many things. And I think I'll approach him through some people. I want some land somewhere in Nairobi. Because I wonder why. Why do we have committee in Nairobi? Committee, maximum prison. Why not have it in Garissa, Mandera, Turkana? We are wasting land here in Nairobi. We're having a maximum prison in the city. That land can be used to do this affordable housing. Why do we have 5 military bases in Nairobi, the city? We have war in this city.
So why do you want us to take the military bases?
Get them to border boundary areas like in Mandera. In fact, committee can be taken to somewhere in Marsabit, where there's very fertile land.
Yeah.
Do some irrigation, farm, make sure that all the prisoners
are working,
and the other prisoners are eating food from
the prison,
the product of the prison. Let me ask you, we have about 62,000
inmates.
No, there are many more than
there are more than
those are petty
offenders
in prison. They feed from this government about 6 point something billion a year. That money can be taken to capitation and release these people
to school.
You know, when I talk about petty cases, someone snatched a phone, someone was found driving and drunk and disorderly. I mean, when you allow
those ones, you do community service.
Yes. and be set
why
free.
are they in prison? We put a budget, and I think this government is not very serious. We put a budget for one person, 275,000 shillings in a day. When we go to capitation of schools, I saw something of the sort of like 190 something per student, per student per term, 100. This is 275 per a prisoner per day. This prisoner accesses medical facilities, yes, uniforms, and then free. There is a police officer, a prisoner officer, prison warden officer, employed to take care of these people. Why do you have these pet offenders in our prisons? If you reduce the budget by half for prisons, if you you release these spate offenders and find a punishment that does not allow them to go to prison or remand. That way you'll have reduced much more budget that you can take to capitation for schools and many other activities. I think, and again, why do you have those institutions that stayed in the city? It is useless to have a hardcore like a killer who has a life sentence in committee in Nairobi.
Take him very far.
Where they use phones to con us. If you take them to Rokchogyo, even if they con, where are they taking the money? So this one, I mean, Nairobi should be. There's a lot of acreages in committee that we can use for something else. Why do you have AB training school in Embakasi?
Yes.
Taking about 30,000 acres. I mean 20 acres or so for training of recruits for AP. Training supposed to be in a hard place,
hardship area.
Why not take them to Rokchogyo, for instance? Train them there.
Watu wang'ang'ane.
Hii shamba chukua. You know, you are saying that there's no space for expansion in Nairobi, my friend. Do you know how many acreages, for instance, Langata Barracks occupies? Do you know how many acreages Kahawa Barracks occupies? Do you know how many acreages Kabete Barracks occupies? A lot. So what am I saying? The space we are looking for, we have it. We need to organize ourselves. This traditional thing of doing things the way other presidents have done must end. That's why I'm thinking. I think, I'm praying that Sifuna, my friend, can choose to become the president. To fight for presidency. So we can advise him. He's approachable. These are the old guard. You can't approach them. Like the bad leader for ODM. The other ODM in the ground.
ODM is 2. Or is it 4?
We have more. But the one for in the ground, the party chairman who wants power, and
the youth leader.
And they want to be the
youth leader,
the deputy president. Who misled this guy? Which deputy president has power? Has ever had power in this country? The one we thought could have power is out.
He's a youth leader.
No. Okay. So I think we must have young people lead everywhere. Not because we hate ourselves, but let's have another generation
coming in,
and let's not allow them to force themselves in, because they will have no mercy for us.
Okay,
they must send us to the grave so early. So we must allow them to come into place and occupy the spaces and guide us going forward. I
think you've really captured it well. We'll come in the next section because of time. Just after news, we'll come as we wind up our conversation with a couple of 1 or 2 more questions. Of course, we are talking to Tom Aosa, the national, the president of NGO Council, the CBO's Council, and of course, he's unpacking various information and important messages to the public, and of course, giving us a unfiltered conversation. So it's a pleasure having him in the studio. So we'll continue with this conversation in a few. For now, we go for Super DJ to play some music. Anyway, in the studio, I'm still with the gentleman, Tom Aosa. We are discussing very pertinent issues. And of course, with Mako Solomon Koko. And before we go there, Solo, I tell you something about Kenyan girls. Now, the moment you break up with a girl in Kenya, things just change. Did you see what Nana Witi has written?
About what's
King Kaka? That unaona mtu ana manyoka ndio nilimwacha.
And that's why I told you that this excess story should have an expiry date. Sometimes
some exes should have expiry. Huwezi kuwa na ex after 10 years.
10 years
ni ex wako.
Ati bado anaona.
Ati bado ni ex. Ex is for 2 years. If someone is after 3 years, that is not an ex.
I think an ex for 2 years is too long, unless that ex has a baby for you, or baby is for you. And an ex who has babies for you, there's no expiry date.
Yes, that one is okay.
We agreed that one.
Yeah.
Is no expiry. But mtu mlikuwa naye shule.
Hakuna huyo. Na ako na mtoto wako hana.
Bwana, there's no ex there.
Yeah. Just allow these people to move on.
Yeah.
But I think for Nana, she's also trying to appease whatever allegations and claims about the relationship with Kaka and how it ended, and how she even she's been traveling around the world so many places, including to watch Arsenal.
We know the game.
So probably that is it. But that issue for King Kaka posting the snake that had entered his home compound. Even for him, I think he was just
joking.
He was just joking.
Yeah, he was joking.
He was just joking. So probably a snake, okay, a snake it's just like any other animal.
Slither.
Exactly. So you can just slither into your compound. You decide to take a video, and because you want engagement from your fans, all you do is say, "Give me a pet name for this one. This is my new pet now."
Yeah,
a black snake
and
slithering.
And now you see, and the ex says, unaona huyu mtu wa manyoka.
She still wants in. She still wants in. She still wants in.
In what?
Anataka kurudi.
The relationship.
Kwa soko?
Yes.
Kwa relationship.
Huku nje ni kubaya. Baba. Huku nje. It's not as green as it looks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's get to what brought us here. You're shocking.
Yeah.
People around in this building.
Okay.
That X is, but we've agreed, ladies and gentlemen, all X's must have an expiry date.
Yeah.
Si ati
so that you don't
tuko na Tom tumekaa mahali tunakunywa alafu nasema ati ndio huyu si alikuwa boyfriend yangu tukua you campus. My friend, what nonsense is that?
20 years ago.
20 years ago. So that you get
a girlfriend who solo. How now?
How? So now you're trying to tell people that I was your boyfriend? Bwana, that was campus romance. Forget it.
Campus, and it did not grow into anything. It withered.
Just
out.
Think you didn't see me.
You didn't see me.
Yeah.
Just you are a familiar figure.
Yeah, you are familiar. I see you. Hiyo hatutaki kuambiagwa ati yule alikuwa ex wangu. Sasa hiyo sangine umechapa kama kitu kingine.
Kweli.
Anyway, let's move to what is more important. Dr. Mawasa, the national president of NGO CBO's Council. Karibu sana. I want us to wind up our conversation because time is not on our side. So we'll give a couple of questions and you give us your roadmap to what you're doing. So you can go.
Okay, Sawa. In very few words, I know there's something that your friend, the Health Cabinet Secretary Aden Duale, when he appeared before the Senate Standing Committee on Health to Family, and he was dismissing the allegations that have been surrounding about a blood scandal in Kenya, which just the other day, May of this month, was discussed. What do you know? Is there anything you know about this?
I know a lot because as a council, as the council of CBO, we are partners in blood donations and blood banks in Kenya. Where we part of that, we contribute about 30% as an NGOs to what the government. You know, we have a shortage of about 100,000 pints of blood. And the government, Kenya needs about 500,000 blood pints in a year. The government manages to contribute, together with the NGOs, 400,000 approximately. And out of the 400,000, being 100%, 30% comes from NGOs. We are the main contributor to that. So we are very concerned when we give out our blood and their stories or allegations of exportation of otherwise of misuse of blood or tissues from Kenyans. That is, it's supposed to be regulated by the ministry. And there are so many laws that regulates that. But when the government decides not to follow the constitution or to regulate what is otherwise supposed to be done, because any government of the day, the first responsibility is to take care of their citizens, the well-being of the citizens, not to enrich themselves from all the insurances, anything that the public can benefit from, they're stealing. So Mr. Ndwale, who's a man I've seen for many, he's not my friend. We have never even met physically. A few times, formerly Intercontinental Hotel, we used to meet. But he must be realistic that the fact of blood being exported is in record. And I can prove him wrong. He said yesterday he's sending investigative agencies to come and investigate. Anyone who's talking about blood being exported, he should come to my office. I know what they can do. I'm prepared for that. And it's true that the blood has been exported to the extent when you put it together, human and animals, it's more than 58 kilos.
Now, I was even shocked that it's being measured in kilos.
Yeah, now that is the report that came up. I don't want to put it in the measurement that I know.
Yes.
But that is, according to the report, it's about kilos.
Yes, 58,000.
So that 58,000 is not only human.
There's even animal.
It's human and animal blood. This is not new to us. Kenyans have been harvested organs and sold out.
There's been organ harvesting, yes.
And the government is now reacting. Actually, it happened more than 5 years ago. Now, it was happening before. Then the government, even yesterday, they were in parliament trying to investigate organ transplant and exportation to other countries. I mean, are we in the same country? I mean, is Ndwale a visitor in Jerusalem? So these things are happening, and Ndwale must agree with the fact that it's happening. And if there's anyone to investigate, it's not the person who's talking about it. It's the institutions that took place.
Are people paid to donate blood and then it's stolen, or is it stolen from the government?
Clear. This current scandal is not about a whole pint of blood donated by human being. It's samples of blood. But when you put samples of blood into an extent of maybe put it 20,000 kilos, it's a lot of blood at the end of the day. And there's more beyond that. But let me just stop at that. And if Ndwale today sends DCI, I'll ask this DCI, where were you since 2015 to 2026? You want now to come and investigate me, who's giving facts about what happened, not a criminal who nobody verified. Nobody, even Ndwale knows, because he denied it. Nobody verified the individuals who are harvesting blood from these individuals, from from Kenyans in the slums, paying them 1,000 each.
Okay. So it means even horse blood could have also been. Unajua ukidungwa damu ya horse huwezi pata heartbreak. Charles.
So anyway, I think what Kenya has been a home of scandals, and as you've said, Tom, it's really sad that the people who are actually selling Kenyans' blood without consent and actually exporting it, and the CS is playing his role of not seeing anything wrong. It's very sad. But as you said, very many scandals have been in Kenya. Even the Iris, mulipigwa picha.
Na watu wakapewa pesa.
But wakapewa pesa. Even you sold our health records. Zimbabwe refused.
Power is seasonal. You know, Ndwale is now Minister for Health, or CS for Health. It's not going to be there forever. People have been there. People have been People have been in power. Kinesakayo, Chuka, and others. Why are we trying to behave like we want to remain in power forever? When something is bad, let's agree this is bad for Kenyans. We are not saying this because we are fighting Ruto. Who's Ruto to fight? Ruto's an individual come from Zirgoya and go back there in the next 1.5 years. We are not fighting Ruto. We have no interest of fighting in Ndwale, who's very unpopular in
Garissa.
That's not our interest. Where and why is the system corrupting to favor people to come to Kenya and harvest blood from Kenyans, export, even before you export anything.
Harvest, you mean like I get paid how much?
Transfusion of blood is still harvest. Get 1,000 shillings per individual person. And then these people came back, not once, not twice. They can come back and tell you, you have pressure. They give you drugs for a month and tell you, are you willing to donate another
pint?
Sample?
Yeah.
Not pint. It's not in pints.
It's just a sample.
Yes, they harvest again. If you harvest 3 tubes from individuals, because in Purukwanchenga they could queue like you remember the time we had
the iris.
Worldcoin.
The iris.
The same Worldcoin drama. When people were registering and getting a lot of money from
KICC.
From KICC and many other people. They even came to my office. So here in the slums, and these people never came to other places. They were targeting poor people in the slums. From Korogocho, Kibera, Mathare North, Mathare South, Uruma, Kayole, those places where they knew people don't have. This 1,000 means a lot to them. That is where they harvested this blood from.
Sad.
And then they did not care whether they are HIV positive or negative. Then next, after 3 months, they come back to tell you, you seem like you have these issues with your blood. So we'll give you medication, but are you willing to test again? So the intention was not research, was the blood.
Okay.
It's not clear. No government official accompanied them to this. No institution of the government that was used to milk blood from these people. It was funny. Classroom events.
Wow.
Churches and small clinics in the city.
Sad.
So this is very sad, and I think thank you for actually unpacking that. So if you look at the world of CBOs, what is the plan for your CBO? What do we have in stock?
We plan to have a national delegates conference, a CBO all over Kenya, because we have been here. We have been led by people, characters, and we have listened to poor, rich, vulnerable, disabled, or people living with disability. We have tried to listen to them and give them votes to lead us, because what we focus is good leadership, not who leads us. But we are planning to have a national delegate conference in a huge place to agree. How can we replace these people who are not governing us the way we could want to be governed? Because within us, we have learned people, talented people who with leadership
Skills.
Only that we have been seeing ourselves as weak. And I think that has come a time where because we have the numbers, we have about 72,000 registered groups in Kenya, spread all over the country. Approximately, each group has 60 members. If you do your maths, and it increases every day, if you do your maths, we are about 4 million members or more than that. So we intend to have a national delegates conference. We're looking for a sponsor. So we agree and have a roadmap. How we want to be led, who will lead us. If we said we put our own as an MCA, we'll do that. If we want to put our own as a governor, we'll do that. If we want to put our own as the presidential candidate, we'll do that. And that is the time that we are all waiting to see.
All right. And I think that's a very good plan going forward. How do people reach you? How do you, if anyone has queries?
Well, our office is at Next Gen Mall, unit number 7. And the office number we use is 0722 77 2559. 0722 77 2559. Our offices
are
open from Monday to Friday, but the phone number is 24/7.
Okay.
Yes.
Or Twitter, social accounts you have?
We have the National CPO Council.
National
all
CPO
of them.
Council.
Yes.
So if you want to reach Tom Aosa and the team, you can reach the National CBO Council. Of course, he's a gentleman we've known for quite some time, a great friend of ours, and he has been doing great job for this great republic, and of course, making sure that leadership in this country is on the right track, and also supporting the societies and and the vulnerable communities through CBOs and leadership. So we appreciate you, Tom, for coming for Spice Drive this afternoon, and we wish you a pleasant evening. We hope you'll come again always, and we can have this discussion where we need to unpack very many issues to the public.